Okay, so now I'm recording.
Okay.
So if you could please just start by telling me your name, where you're from again, and then what you did in life, what you do in life.
Okay, so hi, my name is Or Makias. I'm from Israel. I'm born in Nahariya in the north of Israel, but I have lived in Ramat Gan past 3 years ago. I'm 27 years old. My sorry.
So,
I have a bachelor's degree in psychologist and education. I used to teach in a school in Tel Aviv, and my hobby is running. I discovered a passion for it 4 years ago during the COVID-19 period. Among the, I participated in numerous races, often alongside my mother, and I ran half marathons is 21 kilometers, and
wow.
I had hope, I had
Quick
hope
about.
to, thank you. I had hoped to run my first full marathon, 42 kilometers this year, but no, certainly that dreams seems irrelevant.
So now, if you're comfortable, we'll just get into talking about the festival. So if you could just say, do you go to music festivals a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long were you planning on going to the Nova Festival for?
Okay, so in the last summer, we were in a Ozora festival in Budapest. All the friends, and the manager of Nova 2 came with us, and on October 7, I was working in the festival. I scanned the tickets, so I came before maybe 10 p.m. the 6th, October 6th, and at around 6 in the morning, finished my work. I went to my car to bring t-shirt or something because it was very cold. And when I returned to the party, at around 6:30 in the morning, rocket attacked from Gaza to Israel, common sense. I remember that we saw numerous missiles in the sky, recognizing immediately that this was no ordinary attack.
You recognize that?
Yeah.
Because of how many there were?
Thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's an ordinary thing for there to
Yeah,
be
it's happened before that, and I'm not stressed or so afraid because it's happened before. Where it was very close to Gaza. The festival located in Kibbutz Reim. It's maybe 3 kilometers to Gaza, so I'm not so afraid. And you know, we knew that there were Iron Dome that will protect us. And when the attack began, a lot of people tried to go to the cars. At the party were almost 3,000 people, mostly young men and women. So when all began, they tried to quick drive, driving from the party, so from the site. So I decided to stay with my friend in the parking lot a long time, maybe 40 or 45 minutes. And after that, I got a message in WhatsApp group with all the people that working in the festival. Message from our manager, the person that organized the festival. And he told us that they were gunshots. They don't know which direction, but don't stay there, it's very dangerous. So I was shocked, and in that moment we started hearing screaming and shots to those shots, and I decided to try drive, but all the cars stopped, the gridlock. So all the people leave them car, me too, of course. And I started running to an open area close to near the party. And I ran among 100 of people, but my friends chose to stay in the parking lot, and I lost sight of them. I didn't see them anymore.
You got out of the car
Yeah.
and ran,
Mhm.
but you were in the car with people.
Yeah.
So what was there a discussion? Like, did you tell them like we should run, or did you just like run? Like,
I told them, but they're afraid to, and they, I've never been there before, so run to where?
mm,
And I tried to call to someone, maybe can to help me, but no. And we ran almost 4 kilometers, but no in one direction or straight line, because all the time that when we ran to one direction, we saw a lot of people that screaming and running, and they told tourists there are run. So we tried to run to another direction, but even there we saw a lot of people screaming. So we ran in circle, and then a lot of people started running toward the east. I know that it was east because I saw the sun rising in the sky. The view was beautiful and pastoral, but basically it was a nightmare. And I ran with them. It was probably seems logical for me to run with everyone, because maybe they knew something that I don't. And after a few more minutes, I hear the loud shots close by, shots close to me, and a person, young man, who standing close to me, shoulder to shoulder, he felt, and I stopped. I look at him. I saw him. He felt and died, and in that moment, I felt this intense pain in my leg, near my right knee, and I realized that I had been shot. And I was shocked. Really don't understand what happened. Maybe something is thrown at me, maybe sharply, like I don't know. And why did someone shoot me? I'm not in the army. I'm not a soldier or a criminal or thief, or I don't know. Okay, so why? And I was mostly confused. And someone looked at me. He was shocked too, of course, and he said, "You were shot. You were shot." Sorry, and he helped me. He rushed over and they tied his shirt around my leg to stop the bleeding. And he continued running because, all the time we saw a lot of terrorists around us.
this happened in the field.
Yeah, in the field, very close to the party, maybe 2 kilometers. And he continued running, and I stayed there alone. I lived there alone. There were many bodies around me, and none of them spoke or moved, so I realized that they were all died. And I looking for places to hide. I saw a car close to me, and tried to run to hide behind the car, but the door was locked, so I just hid behind the car. And I attempted to share my location on WhatsApp with my friends. Her name is Tal. She was in the party too, but she succeeded when all began to escape. And I sent her a message. I told her, Tal, please help me. Terrorists shot me. I don't know what to do. I'm here alone. She told me, call the police or please now. And I told her that I couldn't to make noise because I see all the time and I hear all the time the terrorists. He tried to help me, but because the chaos and nobody talk with her. And I realized that nobody can to come could do it to help me. No policeman or soldier or ambulance, and I have to save my life. Fortunately, my excellent physical condition, because the running, helped me remain calm and keep moving. Despite my
How did that?
injury
How
and
was
leg,
that?
I don't know, maybe the adrenaline, yeah. And you realize that maybe it's my last chance. Yeah, I couldn't to stay there. It's very dangerous, so I must do something. Maybe just to try. So I pulled my leg and tried to run. Few minutes after that, I'm hid behind a tree and continue running and hid behind a bush and over again. And after an hour, I was tired and I saw my leg. It was, sorry, disgusting. And I not hear shots. But I'm here people that they spoke Hebrew. They talk about them friends. He disappeared and they don't know where is he. They came from the party, and maybe because them accent or slangs, I don't know. But I realized that they were like me, and I decided to call them because I really couldn't to stay there alone. No more. And I called them. I started screaming that, hey guys, please help me, I need help. They saw me with the bleeding leg and ran to help me. They found people in the car, and they told them about me, and we drove to Kibbutz Elim. But the terrorists were on the road, so we drove through the fields. It took a lot of time, maybe 1 more hour. And when we went to Selim, clinic in Selim, I thought the worst was behind me, but no. I saw a lot of people injury wounds, children and a group of cyclists and people from the party. They had been shot too. And the people put me on a bed. A nurse came to me. She cut the shirt around of my leg, and she told me that I had to wait because they were people in emergency that the ambulance had to take before me. So I waited, and after an hour, I had to go to head to the restroom after a long time. So I stood in the first time. And when I stood, we saw a lot of, sorry about it, but we saw a lot of bleeding on the floor around me. And we realized that I had another injury, an entry wound and exit wound. And after 10 minutes, the ambulance arrived, and we went to the hospital. After almost 5 hours, I was finally in the hospital.
When all this is going on, do you have who are you texting? Are you texting family? Like
Yeah.
your family? What was that like?
Just with my mom, I told her about what happened, but I talked with her and tried to not stress her or something because she couldn't to do something. I told her all the time that, Mom, I will be fine, I will be okay, please just relax, don't worry, I'm in a safety place. The nurse talked with her too in my phone.
And you said it took 5 hours
Yeah.
for you to reach the hospital. How long did you stay in the hospital after? Like how many days did you stay after?
After 3 days.
3 days you
Yeah.
left the hospital?
Yeah.
But were you able to walk?
I was with a wheelchair, and after that with crutches, and now I'm with a stick. Sorry. So it will take time, but have patience.
And why did you decide to join this group, Survive to Tell? This
Yeah.
is what it's called?
Yeah, it's Survive to Tell.
Why did you make this decision?
Because maybe it's my private story, but it's even a story of a lot of people in Israel, with my friends, and it's a story of people that there are no here, there are no alive. They brutally murdered. I have 9 friends that are murdered. Sorry. And they couldn't to talk and to share their story, and their voice, and I'm hope that the whole world know the truth about the massacre and what happened to us. Never forget.
How has your mental health been?
You know, it's hard. I do a lot of physiotherapy and hydrotherapy. I have a psychologist once a week. I know that it's very important to do that as soon as possible, because maybe it's just physical, but the emotional is more important for me. And
what do you hope people come away with, I guess I would say, on your trip? You just came to Miami, right? Did you tell your story in Miami
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
And you're going to be here how long?
2 days, and after that we passed here in the.
Like in total, like in the
In
US?
total 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
What do you want to come home with?
Maybe with hope. That people understand us and they heard us, and I'm succeeded to share my story and make a message or something.
Is there anything else I should have asked you?
No, but my another thing that I want to say is for me the most important thing is to bring all the hostages home. It's the essence of our responsibility toward one another, and it's part of my story too. And on October 7th, I believe that you know, but on October 7th, 3,000 terrorists by Hamas entered to Israel. They murdered 3,064 people from the party. They kidnapped 44 people from the party. So good people and happy, joyful people. Simply wanted to enjoy music and dance. And they simply brutally murdered because they were being Jew. And I'm Jewish too, Baruch Hashem. And I really believe, I deeply believe in providence, in God.
You're religious?
Yeah. And it happened on Shabbat. Now I'm keeping Shabbat because Shabbat keep me.
Wait, you keep Shabbat?
Yeah, now because I promised to God that if He helped me, and I know doubt that He played a role in my survival, and all the time that I'm running, I say the Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad over and over again. And
Were you religious before?
Yeah.
You were, but not as much.
No, like that. And I promise that if the Shabbat keep me, save me, I will keep the Shabbat for 1 year, and I'm here, so keep the Shabbat.
You don't have to answer this question, but did you think at any moment was the adrenaline taking over, or was there any moment where you thought about your death?
I thought about my death. I take a picture of my injured in the field because I thought if something happened, I threw on my phone and someone found the picture, and my parents will know what happened to me. So, but after that, I realized that I want to stay alive, of course, and I must to do something, and if to pray or to run or I don't know, but I really believe that God directed me where to go, where to hid, with who to talk.
Got you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
I need to be back. Okay, I'm recording right now. So, if you could just really quickly, you guys just introduce yourselves, like where in Israel you're from, and like what you were doing before the Nova Festival.
Okay. My name is Shai Klein Weinstein. I'm 26 years old, and I'm from Toronto, Canada, but I live in Tel Aviv.
Okay.
My name is Kapach Dor, and I'm 30 years old. I'm living in Ashkelon. And again, from the start.
Yeah.
Go push
Can we close the door? Sorry about that.
You're 30? Jesus Christ. thought you were younger.
Is this my life?
I thought you were like 28.
Dedication.
You look great. You look great.
All right.
Okay.
So my name is Kapach Dor. I'm 30 years old. I'm living in Ashkelon. It's like 12 kilometers from the border with Gaza, on the coastline. And before the Nova, I was a therapist, and also I work in the Nova like a therapist.
Mm.
And
Massage therapist.
the massage therapist, yeah, by touch and also by physiological and also the mental. You know.
What do you mean by like you worked in the Nova as a therapist?
I had I don't know how to say it in
He
English.
had a booth.
A booth.
Ah.
A booth of massages in the Nova, and I help people over there to come back to the dance floor when they're
Something you
Getting
can
out and
really
stuff
use
like that.
after dancing for 6 hours as a massage.
Definitely, yeah. That's cool. So you were planning on going to the festival for a while before? Like this was something you...
Yeah.
Okay.
I closed it like 4 months before
Oh,
the
wow.
event. I spoke with the head of the party, and I closed the tickets before to me and colleague, and also another lady. She was with us, and we came in the 6th before the party start to settle up everything.
And you?
I was attending the party with my cousin and several friends. I didn't know about the party so far in advance like you did. I only learned about the party in September from a mutual friend of mine and my cousin's, Raz, who helped organize the Nova. And you know, I'm a photographer, but I wasn't there working. I just had my camera because it was my first music festival, and you know, it's something I wanted to take photos of. You know, capture my first music festival in Israel, a new place that I live in, something exciting, and that's what I was doing there. It was awesome. It was, you know, up until 6 a.m. Amazing. 6:29, super fun. After that, not so much.
Got you. So you guys were both... it happened at 6 a.m. approximately?
The attack started at 6:30 in the morning.
6:30 in the morning. Okay.
I saw it first a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
6:26
Yeah.
in my time.
Around there.
I just
Like 10
took my
minutes.
head up and I saw like hundreds of missiles
Yeah.
flying above me.
Did you know it wasn't normal at that time? When did you realize things were not a normal Gaza situation?
Listen, I told you before, I live in Ashkelon, so we used to it. Every few months they are shooting us a few missiles, and then they say, oh, sorry, it was a train or something like that, and or they take an arrangement with the government, and that's it, and it stops. But and that day it was like hundreds, and I remember I looked at my colleague and I told him, something is wrong. We need to take our equipment and go away. And everything started like that, around between 6:26 to 6:30,
6:30.
something like that. Everything just started to be messed up. You know.
And you're in the booth working
I'm with
at
the
that
group,
time?
I see everyone running. I see a lot of panic in the air. I saw the ADVs of the security just passing by the groups and tell them evacuate immediately. And hundreds of missiles flying above us, you know. And it was very, very tense. And at that point, you don't realize you have a terrorist with their guns and machine guns and everything. It just was missiles at the first.
Which is normal. It's
not normal.
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount wasn't normal, but like
But-
missiles in Israel is not up. It's not weird.
Yeah, but 5 to 10,
yeah, yeah.
5 to 10 is normal. But
Yeah.
when they're shooting like hundreds,
No.
something is not unnormal. You know that.
Yeah.
But I know it's not gonna fall in on us
Can
because
we were so close.
they are used to shoot it on Tel Aviv, on the center of the country. So I know it's gonna be above us.
There's nothing to
Pass
shoot
us.
in the middle of the desert. There's
Yeah.
dirt and trees.
Yes. No buildings, nothing.
But you just moved to Israel in April.
Yeah.
So was this your first encounter with missiles?
No, my first encounter with missiles was in Tel Aviv on the beach back in April. I'm sitting on the beach and rockets are fired at Tel Aviv from Gaza, and I'm already standing up, my bags are ready to go. I ask my friend, where's the nearest bunker? And she says, wait a second, and we watch the Rockets get caught by the Iron Dome, and she says, it's okay, we stay. So that's my first experience with the Rockets in Israel. Very Israeli response to it. But, at the Nova, when all the Rockets began, I'm not used to Rockets. I was raised in Canada. I didn't grow up with Rocket part of my life. I didn't grow up in that environment. My family has, but I did not. So when the Rockets started, like I said, I've experienced them before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe max. But when I started counting more than 5, more than 10, more than 15, more than 20, 100, 200, so on and so forth, I started getting more nervous and on edge. I'm like, something is going on. And I was on the dance floor looking for my friend Ellie. I was on a FaceTime call with her. When you're looking with your friends, you're like, where are you? And I'm over here, but you FaceTime like that. So that's what I was doing. And then the Rockets come, and then a few minutes later, I look around and I see the Rockets, and I spot my friend Ellie. The crowd, does this. And I grab my friend by the shoulders. I'm like, let's go. And we head back to our friend's camp where everyone's sitting down and, figuring out what to do.
And at what point did you guys run into each other or meet each other?
We met at
It's just funny. It's a funny story.
Like 4 a.m.
Around 4 a.m.
So before everything happened.
Oh, yeah.
Before
Okay.
everything
During
happened,
the
he
party.
was not photographer of the event, but he came with his camera,
Okay.
and he saw me when it was the food stand.
We were getting a coffee.
I just getting coffee with my ex. She was within the party, the lady, and Shai just told me the first time I meet him, he just looked at me and told me, "Such a nice coat. I have to take a picture of that. Please, I can take a picture of you." And then we just make pictures, and then we switch numbers, and we keep going. It was small talk.
Yeah, we
2
talked
minutes,
like
5 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. Sure, that's something I'll see you around. Have fun.
Between 5 to 10 minutes,
Yeah,
something
I
like that.
figured.
And then we just split it up.
Yeah.
I go to work to
Yeah.
the booth, and he went
Yeah.
to his friends.
I figured there was a lot of time in the festival left. I got his number. I'll see him around.
And then we contact again after 2 days, 3 days, something
Really, really
like
early.
that.
Yeah.
When we came to
Ken.
what's his name? Beit Yitzhak.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, we'll get to that after, like how you guys met again after this. But so it's 6:30 or 7. So what did you guys do after you see all the Rockets and when you start to realize it's not normal?
Each one of us do something else.
And everything that happened on that day, like our whole days from when the Rockets begin to when we're home safe, everything is basically taking place at the same time. It's really crazy. So, when everything kicked off, I grabbed my friend Ellie. We go back to our camp where our friends are in the forest where all the camps are set up, and we go to our friends and we're talking back and forth, figuring out if we should leave now or if we should wait or what's going on. Maybe the party will continue. A lot of back and forth and ideas being thrown around. There's no arguing. There's nobody saying, "Oh, I'm right, you're wrong." I want to leave, and that's all I want to do. And so eventually we agree, yeah, we'll leave, but we'll take our time. We'll pack up our stuff. We'll hang around because, again, like Dor said, we're not a target. We're in the middle of the desert. There's nothing around us except dirt, trees, and fields. They're shooting past us. They're shooting over us. So we have time. Maybe the traffic will clear up and we'll leave after the traffic, or maybe the Rockets will stop and the party will continue. A lot of things going back and forth. And my friends and I, we start packing up our stuff, and I tell them, while you guys are packing up your stuff, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to take photos and help people pack up their stuff. Because I'm looking around and all the balagan, all the craziness, all the rockets, all the sounds, all the screaming and the chaos, and I'm still seeing in the camp area, I'm still seeing people having fun and smiling and enjoying themselves and laughing with their friends and joking.
Putting
and
music
smoking.
on the JBL.
Yeah, with their little personal speakers playing music because the DJ stopped, still dancing and having a good time. I'm like, this is crazy, I have to take photos. So I'm doing this for about 45 minutes.
You're taking photos of the people still dancing.
In the camp area, like just as they are. They're not dancing specifically, but just as they are. Do you need help with this? Okay, take your photo. For 45 minutes. I do this until about 7.
What happens at 7?
Around 7, we made our way to the parking lot. I finished doing what I'm doing. I head back to my friends. But when I'm walking back, just before 7, I hear gunfire off in the distance, machine gun fire. And I don't know what an M16 sounds like. I don't know what a Kalashnikov sounds like. I don't know what an M4 sounds like. But I hear this gunfire, and I hear it's fully automatic. And I know the IDF doesn't shoot their guns fully automatic. And so it makes me really nervous. It makes me feel like I'm ready to go. Like something's going to happen, and something's like my hair is standing up on edge. Like that's how it is. And I come back, I tell my friends, I heard gunfire. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think it's just rockets. Something weird's happening. I hear this gunfire, and everyone's like, I'm not sure what I heard, or I heard it too. I don't know. It's a lot of inconsistency amongst our group, and then we head back to the parking lot to our car.
And what's happening to you at this time?
To me, in that time, I was doing massage for someone with my colleague in front of me, and I remember in 626 I saw all the missiles, so I just looked in my colleague and I told him the party is over, we need to take our stuff and go away. So we just finished right away the treatment and say goodbye to the guys that was on the beds, and we start to pack everything. And at some point I decided, it's a bit difficult for me to explain all the things that happened to there, because also my brother was behind me with my cousin and his friends, also my ex-girlfriend with me, also my colleague. I take the responsibility for him, and I didn't understand what to do in the same point with all the people ask me a lot of questions, what to do, where to go, what we should do, we should hide, we should do. So I understand in my mind right now is gonna be a huge traffic of 2,000, 3,000
A lot of people.
cars want to go outside to one road. So I decided not to go to the main road. I decided to run to the parking lot to bring my Jeep inside the party area. So in the meeting, I ran to the Jeep. My brother asked me what to do. So I told him, take your stuff and go home. I'll meet you at home. And he went with my cousin and his friends to his car. And I went to my car, and I remember, in Dusty, in my mind, I remember I called one of my friends, he living in the area, and I asked him, brother, what happened? Give me information. And he told me, there are breached few holes in the fan. Good luck, my brother. And I told him, thank you, bro. And I ran to my Jeep, bring it inside, just threw all our stuff inside the Jeep. Also, I have a rooftop, so I drop also things on the rooftop and tidied up everything, and we just wait inside the party area. In my understanding, you have a lot of terrorists outside, you have missiles above you, you have traffic, huge traffic of a lot of cars. So right now I'm in the most safe circle inside that field. You have a police officer around, you have a security guard around, you have also the IDF around, but I didn't know what happened in the main road. I didn't have information about it, so only what happened in the party area. And we started getting some information from WhatsApp, from friends. They're shooting someone in the main road. We're running to the other side. We're hiding in the bushes, and the videos start to come in. And I remember around 7:46, something like that, 7:45. One of our friend from outside called another friend. He was also a booth staff from India, and he told me, don't go out. There are success to go inside to the villages. There are success to go inside to the cities they wrote with RPGs, with the cars. Each car they have like between 14 to 20 people on one car, and with machine guns, with RPGs, with claymores, with a lot of explosive material. And in that point, I understand is no rules anymore. Everything is broke, and every decision you're gonna take in that day is yours. And some decisions in that day bring me to sit here and talk with you about it. So I remember we go out from the party area around 8:13. 8:14 in the morning. After the Hamas terrorists came inside the party from the emergency exits, and start shooting everyone. I just started on the motor and then I start to drive.
So you only left after they arrived.
After they arrived, I understand from where they are arrived. I'm waiting to see from where they are arriving to me because I hear gunshots from west. I hear gunshots from north.
Yeah.
I hear gunshots from the south. So they push us to go to the Gaza border, where all the people. So I try to understand from where they are coming to us, and then when I saw from where they are coming, so I just go to the other side, and I drive between people, and I almost run over, I think, but I didn't run over nobody. I just horn for everybody to warn them, and we go outside, and then I also saw one of my friends from north of the country, and we just take him with us. And I remember I go outside around the fan, and I saw a group between 50 to 100 Hamas coming inside the party. So I just make a U-turn, big U-turn, go back to the parking lot, and then we found Alex over there. And then our story started in like 12 hours.
Wow.
You were saying wow right when he said that he was there at 8:30 in the party. So like, where were you at this time?
So me and my friends, we were at our car in the parking lot until 7:51. That's around the time Hamas showed up. 7:51, 8 a.m. Between that 10-minute period, that's when they physically entered the festival ground and started killing people. And I only know this because I have so many videos. And so we were at the car loading our stuff up, getting ready to go, and then we hear Hamas show up, we hear all the gunfire and the screaming and everything that comes after, and we're like, okay, it's not just rockets, I'm not hearing just gunfire, all of us are, something's happening. We get in the car, myself, my cousin, his girlfriend, and two mutual friends of ours, Yael and Eli, and our other three friends, because 8 of us, our other three friends, Barak, Doraz, and Almog, are in their car somewhere else in the parking lot. But all my focus is on now is my cousin, my friends in the car that I'm driving right now. My cousin is next to me in the passenger seat, and I drive us down the dirt path towards the exit. And the road is bumpy. It's not an even road. It's like, it's not a road. It's not a road. It's dirt.
It's a side road.
Wherever the first guy parked, that's the parking lot. It's just a dirt path, bumpy, rocks everywhere. And so I'm flying down this road, 60 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in miles per hour.
I don't know.
Fast.
Okay.
Fast. Like, I would get a ticket if I was driving in a residential area.
I think you have also a low car. You don't have it in Jeep or something.
No. We were
low car,
in a little 4-door Mitsubishi, like a really small car, like a Honda Accord. And we're driving down this road, flying, honking my horn, swerving, like you said, trying to avoid hitting people. And I almost hit people because they're running across the road and everything's happening. And we're all like just trying to keep calm and keep her cool. And we get to the very exit, and like Dor said, he said there's a lot of cars, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars, everyone trying to leave at the same time. And there was traffic, everyone trying to get out. And we see all these cars, front, back, left, right, everyone trying to get out, honking, everyone inching their forwards, trying to get out, wait the next day. And I'm looking at all these cars, and I said to my cousin, like Mordecai, like, I'm not waiting for these people. I don't know them, I don't care about them, they're not my responsibility. I only care about us in this car right now, and that's all I can focus on. And so without asking my cousin, I just drive our car off the road around everybody. Whatever cars in front of me, or if they're not moving fast enough for my taste, I drive around them. Whatever way, left, right, I don't care. I drive around them off the road onto the worst terrain, doing whatever I can to pass them. Maybe we'll get stuck, but it's like, it's worth the risk. And so I pass every single car in front of us, make our way to the very exit, 2 cars in front of us, and we're stuck. We're bumper to bumper, we can't get out, we can't get around. I'm honking my horn, and I'm looking around, and I'm looking at all the cars around us, trying to see like what's going on, what people are doing, and I'm starting to notice some of the cars around us are either empty or they're empty and not on. People are abandoning their cars in the middle of this traffic jam, fleeing on foot, and the guy behind them is trapped now because the guy in front of him left his car. And I'm looking around, I'm seeing this, and I look in front of us, I see a red car, lights on, people inside, panicking, freaking out, honking their horn, inching forwards like you do in traffic when the guy won't move. And I look through their windshield into the car ahead of them, a white Tesla, I remember the car, and I remember seeing 2 things. Taillights were not on, so the car's off, no one's in the car. And I tell this to my cousin because I don't speak Hebrew. I said, Mordecai, please tell these guys in front of us, the car in front of them is not on, it's empty. They're waiting for nothing. If they drive around, we can leave, otherwise we're stuck. So he gets out, does that, and they drive off and they go who knows where. Now we're facing the main road, 232, which is going parallel to the festival ground. To the right, it's further south, parallel to Gaza. To the left, it's north, towards Tel Aviv, towards Kibbutz Be'eri, towards Kfar Aza. And I see the road, and I see to our left, the direction we came to the festival that night. There's police in the road, and there's security saying, no, don't go here. And then stuff in Hebrew that I don't understand. But it's saying, no, don't go here. So I don't go there. To my right, I look further down the road, I see all this traffic. I think, awesome, more traffic. I don't want to go there either. So I think, okay, there's fields all in front of us. I know most fields have a road connecting them, so the farm equipment can maintain them or harvest them, because in Canada we have lots of fields. So I think, screw it, we'll drive in the field, maybe we'll find a way out. I don't realize that the road to the left is blocked by police and security because Hamas was up in that direction, shooting anybody who they came across on the road, burning them alive in their cars, burning people alive in Kibbutz Be'eri, raping them in the streets. Unbelievable things. I just see police saying, don't go here, so I don't go there. I couldn't imagine what was actually happening. And then to my right, I see traffic down the road. And I just see traffic. I don't realize the traffic is caused by Hamas moving up the road, shooting people in their cars and blowing them up. I just see traffic and I think, no thank you. So I drive us into this field, and we maybe make it like 15, 25 meters, 30 meters, like 100 feet maybe. I don't know. A really small, not a huge distance into this field we make it before my cousin's girlfriend in the back seat screams bloody murder, screams for us to get out of the car and to run. Shai, Mordecai, Eli, whoever, she's screaming in English and Hebrew, all of the above, to get out and to run because we're being shot at. And like, not just our car specifically, but like us and everybody around us, left, right, front, back, on foot or in a car, we're all being shot at. And it sounds really close. And we figured, like, we're in the middle of the field, there's nothing here, and there's cars all around us. We'll run out of the car, so it's harder to hit us. And so we ran into the field, and we ducked down low to the ground. I'm holding my friend Ellie by the shoulders, and I put her like this, so my back is to the festival, and she's in front of me, as I don't know what else to do. And I look back, and I see my cousin's girlfriend and Yael doing the same thing, down low to the ground, holding onto each other, trying to avoid being shot. And then I look for my cousin Mordecai. I'm looking for my cousin Mordecai. I see the back of his head. He's running back to the car, gets to the car, gets in the driver's seat, comes back to us, picks us up. Now he's driving, I'm in the passenger seat, and I'm taking photos and videos now. And by the way, at this time, back in the car, it's 8:01. 8:01 in the morning. He's still in the festival ground.
I'm still in the
So
festival.
Hamas
This
is
all
shooting.
happened in the time that you're still there.
Yeah. And so we're driving around this field looking for a way out. And there's people in their cars, out of their cars, running into the woods, climbing down the cliff. I see people standing on top of their cars looking for a way out. I see a pickup truck fly across the field with so many people trying to escape and get out. They're hanging off the back, hanging off the sides, flying across the field. So much dust in the air, nobody can see anything. Windshields are becoming beige. It's so hot in our car from our panicked breathing that we can't breathe. We open the windows to get fresh air and we suffocate because it just fills with dust, and it's just a horrible situation. I'm filming the whole time. I think, God forbid we die, at least there's photos and videos. And we're driving through these fields.
You were thinking of documentation was something.
I'm sitting in the
your-
passenger seat. The moment I'm no longer driving, I have my phone in my hand like this, my film camera in my hand like this, like this, and I'm just non-stop filming the whole time. And we're driving through these fields. And we're driving through the fields. Eventually we spot an orange field. I tell my cousin maybe there's a road there. We see a space in the trees. My cousin drives towards it. It is a road. And we're driving through this orange field. And when we're driving through the orange field, this is when I learned how close we were to Gaza. Because like I said, I just moved to Israel. This is my first music festival. Driving there, arriving at 2 a.m., I'm not going to open Google Maps and look up where Gaza is. It's not a thought I have in my head. You probably knew because you're from the area. But I had no idea. So I asked my cousin, what's the nearest border they, because I don't know who, they would be coming from. Try to figure out who it is, And he doesn't answer my question right away. He responds, he asks me another question. He says, where's east? I say, east is towards the sun, the way we're driving. Why east? He says, because west is towards Gaza. That's when I know how close we are to Gaza in the first place. And that's when I first think, okay, maybe it's Hamas. And then we're driving through these fields. And we make it through these fields towards Netivot. And I want to add, up until this point, from these fields to Netivot, we haven't seen any bodies. Me and my cousin personally, the two of us specifically, didn't see anyone die. But the girls in the back, my cousin's girlfriend, she said to me that she saw Hamas killing people and they were dropping while we were in the front focusing on what we were focusing on. And we get to Netivot, hitting checkpoints along the way, and now we're in Netivot, and now we're seeing cars that are riddled with bullets, or crashed, or abandoned, bodies in the cars, bodies on the ground next to the car, or near them, soldiers here and there, checkpoints put in place to prevent Hamas from moving further into the country. And now it's It's not even 8:30. We're at Nativot.
There's soldiers at Czech, but so it's interesting because I spoke to Rome and like, for him it was they didn't see it was a while before they saw any like
To me also.
right like so you could talk about your experience I guess like was there kind of a feeling of like being alone like there's no one you mentioned it before like there was you were just thinking of like there's no one else like the decision I make now.
I tell you something. I don't know what is the mentality in US, Israel. When we are 18 years old, they'll send us to go to the army, and you're doing jobs in the army, and you get a mentality about something. And over there, I told you around 7:46. I understand there's no rule anymore. Nobody will tell me what to do, how to do, when to do, or who to take with me and who not. Every decision is mine. So I think I tell myself I don't have any friends. I don't give a trust on the army, not the forces, nobody in the same way. Only myself, only my knowledge, only my experience. I trust only that. I don't know why, maybe it's the wild animal inside me, you know, the wild part. So I just act like that. I don't ask someone the permission to do it like that or like that. I just do it. I just deal with the question.
Objective.
I'm saying like, I said to myself, I don't care about the consequences. Consequences. Sometimes
Come said it.
I lose it in English, but I take it on myself. And if someone have any question, come to me and I give you the answer. So I think the first soldier we saw, it's around 1:30
Wow.
in the noon.
Mm.
After I just ran over from few groups of the terrorists that are chasing after me in the fields, because we ran not east like his cousin told me. Where is east? Go to the sun. Where's the sun? We go west to the Gaza.
Fuck.
Why? Because it was early time of the day, and I tell myself they'll never go back
Okay.
on
They never run back home.
No, they'll never go back on the tracks.
Yeah.
You know,
They won't.
because they want to go forward. They want to conquer it.
Okay.
So I tell myself, no conquer it. Go back to his walks. You know.
How
So
sure were you of that?
100% every decision I do, I was 100%. I just did it.
Mm.
What I think I did, I did. So we went to Gaza, and before we go so close to the border, we just take a turn, and Alex started to navigate me inside the valleys over there, and it's like dry rivers, you know?
The riverbeds.
And between trees, between some dirt, and then we found a IDF car. It was turned on, and no soldiers on. I found some automatic gun. I took it with me, and a few things from the car, and then we keep on. And we found ourselves next to Be'eri, the kibbutz Be'eri. Behind it, inside the fields. Over there we split up from Alex and Oad, and I just keep my way alone. And over there also, alone with my ex-girlfriend and my colleague Gilad. And over there we try to get in contact from outside to know where we are and what is the most effective way to go outside from that situation. And I remember Gilad tried to contact with this guy from the army, and I remember Liel tried to contact with the police, and nobody of them came to help us or give us a logical solution. So I decided again to do what I need to do, and behind Be'eri, one motorcycle came behind me and I just started to drive, and he pushed me to the main road behind Be'eri, and over there is cross us 2 cars and 5 motorcycles cross us and saw me in the eye. So I take the right turn and just drive fast, and we came into a Y cross. You know what is a Y cross? How is it in English?
It's like a road like this.
Ah, okay.
Like a Y, you know, you're coming from that way and you have like the letter Y,
Okay.
yes. So in front of me is coming 3 Hamas terrorists with AKs, each one of them on one motorcycle. And something like 5 meters from them, I slowed down a little bit the car. When Gilad and Liel sitting in the front, take the head down, and I just looking the terrorist in the eyes, and I take my head up, you know, like I know that guy, you know, like we're together or something like that. And he take his head up also, like that, like you're okay, move on. And I take the turn left, and he saw the head of Liel, and start yell in Arabic, "Itbach al Yahud," it's like kill the Jewish. And they start shooting us like crazy. And I remember I just pushed the gas on, and one of the motorcycles succeeds to came to right for me, succeeds to shot 1 bullet inside the car. My friend, my friend Gilad behind me, getting the fractures in the head. In the same time, we didn't know what happened to him, just yelled, that shot me in the head. So I remember it was like slow motion. I stopped with that with Chai. I think I remember of stuff like in slow motion, but very fast. The time no have meaning in that day. So I remember I look at him holding the head strong and yelled to me, that fucking shot me in the head. And I look at him and I tell him, we go out right now. And then the motorcycle come to the front door to shot me, the driver, and Liel, and I just bunch him to the right of the side road, and another biker tried to come from the left, so I bunch him from the back on the fan. It was a fan of something over there, and they're shooting behind us. I think all the group come back, or just the motorcycle, I don't know, but a lot of shots on us, and I just drilled the car right and left, right and left, to take a lot of dust and dirt up, and we succeed to escape to the main road, 232. Over there we saw a lot of abandoned cars, shooting cars, dead body naked, people shooting on the wheel, you know, it was like in World War Z, you know that movie? You saw
World
it?
War Z? Yeah.
It's like that, you know, people just leave the car, running away, a lot of equipment of people dropping on the floors, on the road, and I remember the police officers told on the phone, go to Be'eri, you have forces over there, go to and hide over there. And I said, and I look to the left, and I saw the entering of Be'eri, and no forces, no colors, no the red color of the ambulance, no the orange one of the security, no the blue and red of the police, nothing. So I decided not to listen to that guy in the phone and just keep on, because I have a wounded in the head. He's my friend and I need to take him to the hospital right now. I don't know what is the situation. So I just keep driving on 232 until we get to the next crossroad of Alumim. And over there is waiting for us 2 cars of Hamas terrorists with RPG they're shooting on me RPG, and in the right time when I saw the missiles start to flying from the point, I just take all my car to the left.
You're driving down the road and they're there.
They are here in front of me, 300 meters, something like that, 250 meters, and I just move, keep on, and then they are shooting the RPG, and I just take the left and fly with the car, succeeds to control it, and keep moving to Alumim in the crossroad. And I remember I saw the Hamas terrorists drop the RPG on the floor and run with the AK inside the bushes to shoot me. So I just emergency brake, and I believe God was with me in that moment, and all the powder, all the dirt just come in front, and I took reverse, and I understand I locked right now between Alumim and Be'eri. You have a group chasing me over there, you have a group here is blocking the road, so what am I gonna do? I go back to Be'eri. Over there we came to the Yellow Gate, we saw dead bodies, and we saw a car crashed, and so I decided not to go inside to the kibbutz. I just took a little bit reverse, and in a small hill, very strategic place for to see all the area and to shooting on the main road to Be'eri or the main road 232. You can see everything, who come, who not. So we decided to go over there, and Liel found some bathroom door open. She yelled to us, run over here, and then I took the cars of the car, and I took one bag, I remember, black bag, and my phone, and I took Gilad with me, and we just ran inside the bathroom. 5 minutes after we are inside the bathroom, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, group of between 16 to 20 Hamas terrorists coming with a car over there, start to shooting everywhere, start to fight with, I think is the forces. And over there we spend a few hours, between 4 to 6 hours. All the situation is messy. You hear a lot of voices. You hear a lot of shooting. I remember one sound is not going outside of my mind. Is the sound of the sniper rifle of shooting, and then 2 seconds after that you just hear for 5 minutes a long beep, of the horn, and it didn't stop until someone came to raise that car or just take him out because of the sound. So it was very difficult hours inside the bathroom because you don't have any control about nothing, you know.
You're stuck.
You're stuck.
What time is this?
Around 9:30, 9:40.
We're getting home at this time.
You're getting home.
We're getting home. We got home in Tel Aviv at 9:45. So all this is happening to him. We're basically home.
Did you know when you look at the news like days later and when you see all the videos, did that change like your understanding of the scope of the situation or no?
No, like we knew as we're driving away, you know, as we're leaving Re'im towards Tel Aviv, and we're driving by and we're seeing all this carnage, we're seeing all these bodies all over the road, we're seeing crashed and abandoned cars or riddled with bullets, and we're seeing checkpoints here and checkpoints there, soldiers here and soldiers there, rockets not stop. And we get home and we're driving by again on the highway, more bodies here, bodies there, and the cars around the cars. And we see terrorists, we see 2 Hamas terrorists on the road on the way home. Around 8:30, 8:45-ish, we see 2 Hamas terrorists on the road standing next to a car, and there's dead bodies in the car next to them, and there's blood on the ground and broken glass on the ground. And one of the terrorists, his back is facing us and his hands are red, or his palms are towards us. We see his hands are covered in blood, they're red. And the other terrorist, he sees us and he looks at us. He absolutely looks at us because we're the only car in this road driving, and we're 1 car length away. We're like this to them, not even 15 meters, super close. I lock eyes with this guy. We're like, I see the white colors of his eyes.
Yeah.
He looks at us, raises his gun towards us, and nothing. My cousin slows down from 120 kilometers an hour down to like 90, and we're all screaming at my cousin, Mordecai, go, 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 sa, 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 drive, 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 like freaking out. and my cousin, and he drives by these dudes, and nothing happens. They don't shoot us.
Why did he slow down?
So there was 8 of us at the festival. 3 of us weren't on acid. Myself, my friend Ellie, and my friend Doraz. My cousin Mordecai and the girls in the back, except Ellie, were all on acid. And so, you know,
Wow.
when you're on acid in that sort of situation, it's overwhelming, you know. And he was so focused. He was just, because we hadn't seen checkpoints. We saw checkpoints that had anywhere between 2 and 12 IDF soldiers. The least we saw at a single checkpoint was 2 IDF soldiers. So when we were approaching this car and 2 men next to it, we think maybe it's IDF because we did see 2 soldiers at the least.
Mm.
And we get there and he slows down for just a second. And then we realize it's not IDF, fucking go. And we're flying by. Driving by more bodies across in the middle of the road. We have to drive around them, but we still run them over, try and avoid them. And we make it back to Tel Aviv, like I said, at 9:45. But the whole time we're driving back, I'm seeing smoke here, smoke there, smoke here, smoke there, all around us there's smoke. I'm thinking, okay, maybe rockets hit something, you know, maybe rockets hit a gas station or a building or something flammable. I don't realize that all the smoke here and there is caused by people in their homes, in the kibbutz and the cities, or in their cars being burnt alive. Huge, huge black pillars of smoke, enormous. And we're driving for 20 minutes now, 30 minutes now, 45 minutes now, almost an hour, and we're still seeing all of this. No more bodies after a certain point. But now we're like the roads are empty and there's still smoke we're seeing, we're still hearing rockets. And we're getting to Tel Aviv and there's still rockets. And we realize like it's not an isolated thing. Like it's not a small incident. It's not just 12 terrorists who broke into the country. This is like something significant.
It's invade.
Mm-hmm.
It was not invade, it was a rage.
It was a raid.
Raid,
Yeah.
sorry.
Mm.
It was a
No,
raid.
It was a raid.
It's like the Vikings,
Yeah.
doing like 800 years ago, came to England and raid and rape and burn and everything.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know,
Yeah. And you know, we got back and
because the history is all the time recycled. Why? We don't.
same but different.
We cannot, we like a people, we cannot understand that and learn from the other mistakes of humanity. And why all the time the circle?
I guess we have limited ideas. So 8:30. No, you said 1:30. You're in the bathroom.
We go outside when 2 soldiers and white guy from the kibbutz came to the area when we hiding, and I heard Hebrew for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But I didn't know if the soldiers, it's like Hamas dressing up or
tricking them.
or it's really soldiers. So I tell myself, I will wait a few minutes to hear the conversation between the 2 guys and to understand what happened.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the guy was with the civilians clothes, spoke with these 2 soldiers, I decided to go outside. And I remember Liel told me, don't go outside because there are no our names. Only when they're gonna say our names, we will go out. And again, I decided not to listen to that advice. And I tell her, I go out, stay here, I will do. I take the responsibility on me, only on myself. So I remember I go outside and I just yell, Jew, Jew, Jew. I'm a Jew, I'm Israeli, I was in special forces, like that. I have a gun in my car, I need a magazine. And we try to fix the machine, the rifle, it was in my car. We can't succeed, and then they're coming more 4 officers with a car to that area. And in the start we thought they are the Hamas also dressing up, so we run back to the bathroom until the soldiers interrogated them. And after everything was more clearly, I took with me 1 wounded person. He brought with a guy from Be'eri. His name is Chopin, Ziv Chopin. And after that, I realized he's dying inside Be'eri. He's murdered, not dying. He's murdered inside Be'eri. But he told me, take the wounded guy with you. So me and one soldier and one officers took the guy inside the car, the wounded one. He was with between 15 to 20 bullet holes all his body, in the legs, in the stomach, in the chest, in the hands, but he's still breathing. So I tell myself, what? I just leave him there, I take him with me. What I'm gonna do with that person? How I can save him? So we took him to the car. I put him in the front seat next to the driver. I drive again to the Alumim point when they shot us the RPGs. They told me they clarified that place with the IDF forces. And when I came to Alumim, I saw a group of between 12 to 15 soldiers with their rifles inside my car, like that. And I yelled to them, Israelis, Jewish, I have two wounded, just evacuate them immediately. And my colleague with the wounded in the head, and the guy, I don't know his name, and I don't know his family, and I don't know nothing about him except that day, what he wearing and what happened in that hour. They evacuated him to the ambulance, and me and my ex-girlfriend Liel stay over there for more 3 hours, plus minus, because that was choppers in the air that tried to take down all the squad of Hamas with the jeeps and the ATVs. And I had a jeep, so I afraid that take me from the air. And after 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, we are in Alumim. The tanks start to come, like in World War II when the Russian coming with the tanks, and everybody celebrate in Germany. So it was like that. Some point of feeling a little bit power, and all the day you feel so small and weak.
So you're with all these soldiers at what time?
Around 2, between 2 to 2:30, something like that.
AM at night?
No, in the
afternoon?
noon.
Oh, okay.
We stay over there. No, sorry, around 2 to 2:30.
Wow.
We was over there until 6 in Alumim.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. We go outside, and 7 p.m. I went home, something like that.
Wow.
After I put Liel at her house, and I went to my house. I took my 2 dogs and went to my parents, because all the day I was alone in the house, my 2 dogs. And I don't have any shelter in my house, so I didn't know what happened to them, or even missiles just landed next to my house. I don't know nothing what happened in that day, so I just took them, went to my parents, and
Were you communicating with your parents throughout the day?
nothing.
Nothing.
Nobody.
Why?
Except my friend in the morning when I talk with him. A lot of people call me and say a lot of people send me message. I don't have any time for nobody is not with me in that situation right now.
And you?
So because I was in the passenger side after we had switched seats with my cousin, I had my phone in my hand filming. I had my camera, my cousin's phone in my lap, the map open, helping navigate. And like Dor said, everyone's texting us, everyone's calling us, but there's so much going on, and we're so stressed, and we're just like, we don't have the mental patience to have a phone call with anyone right now, so I'm just ignoring every single phone call, and I text everybody I know, like, we're okay right now, please don't bother us. That's why I text everyone, and I text my mom and my brother after I'm driving by all these dead bodies in the road. I text my mom and my brother in Canada, so it's 2 a.m. for them, 7-hour time difference. I text them like, I'm safe right now.
Were they awake? So you knew when they woke up they would see everything going on,
Yeah.
and so you texted them just like, I'm okay, so that when they woke up they would see that?
You're a smart guy.
Yeah. And so,
What a smart move.
and I'm ignoring all the calls, telling people we'll tell you when we're okay, leave us alone, blah, 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 just like shutting everybody down, ignoring every single call. And we get back to my cousin's apartment at 9:45 in the morning, me, my cousin, his girlfriend, our 2 mutual friends, and that's 5 of us. But there's 8 of us. We don't know where our friends are. We don't know where our friends, Barak, Doraz, Namogar. They're not answering our calls, not answering our texts, not answering their parents' calls or other friends' texts. No one can get a hold of them. and our other friends and our families, everybody's coming over to my cousin's house in Tel Aviv to be with us and to make sure we're okay, because everybody knew where we were. Everybody knew where we were, so they're all coming to check on us. And we don't hear from our friends for the whole day, the whole night, until like 5 a.m. Sunday. We don't know what's going on with them. And then we get a phone call or a text, I don't remember, saying from them, they're okay, they survived. They hid in the woods, they hid in a bush with Hamas killing people around them, Hamas terrorists 10 meters away from where they were hiding. But they survived. You know, my friend Almog, laying down so still for so long, she has nerve damage in her left leg. But, and then after that, you know, it was just awful. You know, everybody was either screaming or crying. I was just totally silent and shocked, trying to absorb what happened to me. And then right away, like, I know, like, okay, all my friends are alive. They're on one piece that I was at the festival with. You know, now what? What do I do? I have to make sure all of these other people that I met at the festival are okay. Like, all these people I made friends with and spoke to and took photos of. I want to make sure I don't have 3 rolls of film and photos of dead people. So right away, I'm texting everyone. I don't know. I texted you. I think as soon as we got back, I texted you like within a day or two, super early.
I don't know, man. I didn't hold my phone from one moment all the way. My phone was with my ex-girlfriend. She was sitting next to the seat driver. I think because I was activity in that day, and my brain just act, you know. So I didn't give any matter for phone calls or to acknowledge someone what happened with me. You are not in the situation. What is gonna help me when you are trying to understand what happened with me? I'm dealing with that situation. Leave me alone. After I finish, I will tell you everything about it.
Very like military mindset that you
That's
jumped
what
into
I
here.
told me. I told you
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Did you ever find? You said you never knew the name of the wounded.
I try to looking for him, and also I upload some post in. Oh, it's from the same day.
You sent me this at the Nova.
I sent you that and another.
This is
Ah,
October
yeah.
6th.
After
I got Dora's info, and I wanted to remember, like, I want to know what you look like, who you are. So I'm like, send me a photo on Instagram. So he sends me a photo. This is a photo he sent me on Instagram.
send me that photo.
This was at what time?
This photo he sent me at. Wow. Okay, the times are messed up. This is around 2 a.m.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no, it's messed up. That's not around 2 a.m. That's not
Oh.
right.
No, because
we
the
went
different
before.
timeline. Because the different
Okay,
timeline
Because
because
change
of the phone. Yeah. So I texted you to check on you to see if you're okay. October 7th, 3 a.m. I'm texting
3
you.
a.m. I didn't answer him because I was in Alumim.
Yeah, so I didn't hear from Dor that he's okay until October 8th. So the next day.
You text him again, or did he get back?
I was texting him the whole time. You know,
He
like,
texted me until I answered
hey,
him.
hope you're all safe. I'm glad you're okay. I think I saw something on social media. I hope Hamas is turned into fertilizer. I texted him that. And then he texted me, you know, I'm good, thank you. And
And then we spoke on the phone, I think.
then we've been communicating
Mm.
since.
So I know like we're short on time, but I kind of wanted to just also hear about how you got to be. This is the first stop, or you just went to Miami, right?
They were in Miami. I was in New York. I came from New York.
Oh, okay. Well, just regardless, you know, how you decided to tell this story and how it makes you feel, like how your mental health has been since October 7th.
So after October 7th, after I realized all my friends are okay, I had my film developed, I had it scanned, I uploaded it to Facebook, and I started finding people, whether alive or dead, learning what happened to individuals like Dor and everyone else. And of all the people I photographed in the Nova, everybody except 2 were alive. 2 men, Dor Avitan and Ron Schaefer, they were murdered by Hamas. And so after I learned everybody else was okay, right away, October 9th, I start doing interviews for Western media, and whether it's on Zoom or in person, whatever, every single day, the whole month of October, sometimes 6 times a day, I'm doing interviews. And then October comes and goes, and I'm like, okay, what else do? I need to do something. And then somebody approaches me like, Shai, I have a project. I want you to come to the US and go to schools and talk about your experience and share your photos and videos. I'm like, okay, awesome, sure. So November 5th, I leave Israel. I go to the US until December 20th, doing exactly what I'm here to do now. And then I come back to Israel. And then I left again, February 23rd, just last month. And I'm in North America since then, doing the exact same thing. I've probably spoken to at least 100 different communities.
How long do you think you'll do it for?
Until people say they're sick of hearing me share, or I have better things to do. but it's something I care about. You know, I'm not in the IDF. I have Crohn's, so they probably wouldn't take me. So, you know, I want to do something to help out in whatever way I can.
And you?
For me, it's a little difficult to explain what I'm getting through, but after the 7th October, I feel a lot of responsibility about things that happened. I lost in that party around 50 friends, and the first month was after funerals and Shiva.
Sorry.
Also, in that community, if someone hurt, everybody hurt. And so you saw a lot of friends that survived the day, and they are not there themselves, you know, they are broken people that don't know how to deal with that situation. So it's a lot of emotions was over there. And after 2 months, something like that, I succeed to find a program to start therapy, mental therapy, and it's helping to speak with people about it. But every time you experience a new thought about what happened if I do like that, or next time I should do like that. It's funny to say next time, like you prepared your brain to say it's gonna be next time. But in my brain, I said, I can go in every country, and inside that country, they start opening a civilians war, and I just locked up inside the situation. So something like that can happen again somewhere, some place in the world. I don't know. Until the human brain don't change that minds to kill, rape, and rob people and to be evil. I have to prepare myself, and also this is a conflict inside my mind, inside the therapy. And I decided to come and stop to speak with people that are look at you as a memorial of day in his country. I want to share all the world about what happened to me, because a lot of people think just what I show them and believe just what I see. So maybe if you see me when I talk with you and I show you videos and proofs of what happened in my world, not in your world, in my world, I'm telling you about my story. If you don't want to believe it, it's okay. It's your choice. But I believe when I'm gonna speak about it in front of people, not from your country, that are already connected to that story, and to come and speak about it and give the other people the knowledge I have inside my brain and my conclusion about what happened to me over there, like a person. I believe it can be more effective. And I believe right now this is what the pleas of God for me, to come and speak to universities and to speak with people that are not from my country. Also, like yesterday, we met with that Indian guy, very nice guy, in the hotel, and we started to speak, and he told me, it reminds me what happened to me north of India with Pakistan. It's happened all over the world, not just in Israel, not just Gaza border. You understand what I'm saying? This is the evil humanity when they are decide to take the power to their hands and to do whatever they want.
Are you hopeful for the future?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Are you hopeful for the future?
I'm hopeful. I don't know. I live every day like it's my last day. You know, when you deal with the Satan in front of your eyes, you live every day like it's your last day. You met the angel of death, you know, in the same day, in that day, and today I don't afraid from nothing.
You're not what?
I don't afraid of nothing,
Mm.
even my own death. I saw it already, so.
And you?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I think what's happening now is something that's gonna keep happening for a while. Not specifically October 7th, but just people's attitudes towards Israel and Israelis and Jews, and their perception of us. And that's okay. You know, people think what they think. We're not here to change minds. We're here to share our own personal experiences and tell people what we saw and what we've, you know, like I have photos of this on film, okay? People tell me it's faked. I'm not faking film. I'm 26. I don't know how to develop my own film. But, you know, am I optimistic or hopeful about the future? It depends on which future, right? You know, the future of myself and my friends and my family. Yeah, I think so. The future of Israel as a country. Yes, but I think it's definitely going to take a very, very long time, and by the end of it, I don't think anyone's going to be happy, but, you know, no one's happy now. No one's happy 10 years ago, so nothing's really going to change.
Mm.
But, I don't know. I hope to be wrong. I hope that's not the case.
I hope to.
You guys have anything more to add?
No. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys so much.
I want
Really
to say
appreciate
one more thing. I don't know if people look at it like that, you know, just saying it's a war, it's a war, it's a war. But I want to go back to the first day that declined that specific war started right now, the Iron Dome, Iron
Swords.
Mm.
and we didn't decide to go to a war.
Mm-hmm.
I came the 6th of October to a party, to work, to give from my experience to another, to share energy in my community, in Nova. You know, it's like my friends over there, my people I know. And nobody told us we're gonna go in 7 October, they're gonna start shooting us, so you decide if you want to go or not. They declaiming it on us, you know, declare it on us. So.
Mm. They attacked us. They targeted us.
Yeah, but nobody give you information about it like that.
No.
Like they're saying, that they give you a message tomorrow at 7 a.m. or in few hours we're gonna invade.
No,
Nothing,
it's not,
just do it.
Because we don't want a war. We're not trying to fight
You
war. We're
understand?
trying to live our lives and just exist. And they brought
So
a war to
people
us.
have to understand. You have a lot of broken soul sitting right now and trying to understand what happened to them. A lot of young and beautiful. Even in your age, in college, you know, a lot of young people was over there.
Yeah, there was people at the Nova from like
18 years old,
18
19
to-
years old, 20 years old, and they are just started a life. And I think that I need to see more what happened to the soul after that, to young people that didn't want to be in that situation.
Mm.
And it's not just the war between Gaza and Israel. You have here something more larger of just the war. So if someone gonna hear that interview, I want to ask him if your child or your cousin or someone from your family was in situation like that, not in Israel, somewhere else, another civilian war, another place around.
Florida.
How you deal with that person? How you can speak with him? How you succeed to reach him and try to give him something else. Because right now you have hundreds, maybe thousands of broken souls, and nobody know how to treat them, nobody know how to approach them, and nobody know how to deal with that situation, because it's not happened never ever in the
It's a first.
2000 ages, you know, it was like 1000 years ago with no rules, you know. So right now, inside the rules, inside the countries, inside the politic, we need to deal with that situation. So ask yourself how you deal with that situation. What you will do if someone from close to you does something like that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for
Really
hearing.
appreciate it.
And
Sorry if like we went
It's okay.
over.